extra good as fuck. It might be the best one you made recently too.
What's smoking dragons? It's your girl Kimmy 10 and I'm so excited all you guys to come hang out with me in the first episode of Kimmy's Kitchen. We are in my kitchen. Today we are gonna be making a vegan Kung Pao Chicken, you guys. Pretty sure most of you guys have been to a Chinese restaurant before. Yo, Kung Pao Chicken is one of my absolute favorite, easiest things to make. Most days when I say I don't know what I'm making for dinner or I don't really know what to eat for dinner, that means I'm making Kung Pao Chicken. It's so easy and it's so good. It's actually a lot easier than most of you guys probably think it is. It's just like such a simple, like savory, salty, umami, sweet, a little bit tangy because it's got a little bit of vinegar in it. Ooh, it just hits all the different taste palettes. Plus, we know that it's commonly served with some peanuts, some roasted peanuts, so that adds just a little bit of like nuttiness to it that just really brings the entire taste of this dish just to be so well-rounded. All you're gonna need, of course, your vegan chicken. If you are making a non-vegan version, of course, get your chicken breasts or your chicken thighs. Bell peppers. I have one of each color. Want to make it really nice and bright. Also adds a really nice layer of taste to it. Onions, of course. We have a yellow onion here, but you can also use a white onion. And of course, the green onion. Ooh, I love green onions. You can use every single part of it for every single different part of the dish. And of course, our trusty peanuts. Today I'm just using Planters salted cocktail peanuts. If you don't like peanuts, skip that altogether. But let me just tell you, it adds such a level of flavor that you wouldn't even believe. Oh, that's so good. Today we will only be making a regular Kung Pao dish. So maybe in the future, like this video if you think I should make an infused version. For our sauce, we have all the ingredients in front of me here. I actually went on Amazon to buy these little tiny ass bowls. But look how cute it is. So as for the seasonings and for the sauces, here's what we're gonna be needing. We have garlic powder, dark soy sauce, onion powder, light soy sauce. If you don't have dark and light soy sauce, you can just use soy sauce. Nutritional yeast. Now, nutritional yeast is so good. It has so much protein in it and a lot of B vitamins in it too. And it adds such a good level of flavor. It's like a little bit like nutty, savory. It just elevates any single like dish. Ketchup, sugar, and white vinegar. The amounts are it's kind of like up in the air. I don't really like working with like specific measurements and stuff. I'm just letting my ancestors guide me today. It comes from the soul. Trust yourself, girl. So yo, if you're really trying to impress somebody or a group of people, maybe you accidentally volunteered to cook for a bunch of people for your friends or whatever, the secret to a lot of good food is caramelized onions. I'm telling you, caramelized onions, I add that in almost everything. Anything that uses any kind of like protein in it. Ooh, because sometimes like just chopped onions doesn't really do it. The great thing about caramelized onions is that you can cook them while you're doing a bunch of your other stuff. So I usually just cook them at a super low heat. And while that's caramelizing, I'm just, gonna do the rest of my stuff. Keeping an eye on it, of course. Get a little bit of olive oil. Just, let that heat up in the pan real quick. Here's how I cut my onions. You gotta bend your fingers like this so you don't accidentally cut them. I just fucked up my wrist when putting my finger up on here for guidance, but usually you're supposed to hold it like this. I leave this on like a super low heat because it takes some time to caramelize. And yeah, you just, gotta check on it every now and then, make sure it's not burning or anything. But when you do this, it actually lets the onions release its natural sweetness and its natural flavor, bringing it out, ever so slowly over a long period of time, rather than just throwing it in there and just having the flavor like that. Nah, we're trying to really pull out the flavor from these onions, Like, you ever walk by like a Mexican like hot dog stand or something when you're like drunk as fuck at like 3 in the morning and it smells so good? Those are the onions. Those are the onions you're smelling. So caramelized onions, always a good idea. Okay, so now while that's happening, let's cut up some bell peppers. I have one of each color here because I like my shit to be colorful. And you're not gonna have to cut the whole thing. Everyone has different ways of how they cut their bell peppers. This is how I do it. Yeah, I'm just gonna cut 2 sides of each color. And this will be good for like, I wanna say 1 or 2 people, depending on how much you eat.
You have like the longest method of bell pepper cutting. You're like, I must slowly.
This is peaceful. This is peaceful.
Treat the bell pepper with love.
Yes.
I'm like, all right, I'm gonna cut the top off, cut that cork out, keep it moving.
Mm-hmm. Tiny little pieces, little cubes. Like the smaller you cut your pieces, the more food it feels like you have. College kid hack. And I'm actually going to switch this to this burner. First, we're gonna roast our peanuts. So you get your peanuts, hot pan, and don't put any oil in the pan just yet, okay? So I'm gonna open these peanuts. And these peanuts already have a little bit of salt on them. Plus with all these salty ass ingredients, we're gonna chill a little bit on the salt. So you just wanna roast them on the pan. Huge ingredient that I forgot to mention at the beginning, garlic. Okay, garlic, motherfucking garlic, bitch. If you wanna know the secret to all Asian cooking, it's garlic, soy sauce, and sesame oil. Which I also forgot to mention. Oh my god. So we roast. Once you start to see it kind of get a little toasty on the outside, I mean, it's almost done.
I smell the peanuts.
You smell the peanuts?
Yes. It smells so roasted.
Smells so roasted. Wow. Once they're done roasting, we're gonna put them aside. Did not think this through.
Spaghetti.
Boom. So now it's time to cook the chicken. Vegan chicken is so much easier to cook than actual chicken. If you're doing real chicken, go ahead and like wash your chicken and tenderize it and do all the things you need to do right now. Oil in the pan. And instead of waiting for it to become really, really hot, I'm gonna go ahead and crush some garlic to put it in the oil. And what this will do is it will flavor the oil. It'll infuse the oil so that garlic will be infused into everything you're putting in it. And trust me guys, it makes a world of difference. Oh my gosh, I started doing this every single time I cook anything. Just elevates your food so much. So you're gonna crush that. You're gonna stick it in there. And you see what it's sort of doing down there like that. You see how it's slowly infusing into the oil, flavoring the oil. So good. Oh yes, flavor. And while I'm here, I'm just gonna get some red chili flakes and add that to the oil too. So I can continue to flavor this oil. And at this point, you can add whatever you want. You can add any seasonings you want to, if you want your oil to particularly taste like, anything. Here, if you want like a super authentic recipe, I would add some 5-spice seasoning right here, but I do not have that at my place right now. You see, this is why a lot of Chinese food is made with a wok. So all the flavors can kind of pool down in the middle, and like this starting process of flavoring the oil is a lot easier. And now we are ready to add our plant-based chicken using Mindful Chicken. Hashtag not sponsored. I wish they would, because of the amount of Mindful Chicken I eat. Oh my god. Ooh, can you smell it? Ooh, smells so good. All the garlic and the chili. I want to coat everything evenly in the oil. Make sure you use a non-stick pan. I am not right now, and so I have to continuously keep stirring. So I usually wait a little bit for the chicken to cook before I actually add any seasonings and stuff. Because if I added the seasonings now, sometimes depending on like, you know, the consistency of, for example, like the onion powders, it kind of tends to like clump up on like the chicken and then it burns like that. So I like to cook the chicken a little bit before I season it. And I don't do it like all the way at the end though, because like the chicken needs to be a little bit wet for anything to like stick to it. At least that's the case for vegan chicken. It's been so long since I've like cooked regular chicken, like I don't even remember anymore. Our onions are doing good. I can honestly bring that over here. Yes, do you see how nice and translucent they're getting? Well, the first step is translucency, and the second step, it's gonna get a little bit like caramely colored, brownish. Oh, it's so beautiful. And at this point, everyone in your house is already like, ooh, something smells so good. Oh my God. And you could be like, yeah, it's Kung Pao Chicken, bitch. Okay, so now that our chicken is starting to brown up a little bit, we can start to add the seasoning and the vegetables and all this other stuff. So first thing, you gotta add garlic powder. About that much, maybe a little more, calling for a little more. Onion powder, these two I put on everything. Nutritional yeast. And this one I didn't have, you know, a specific little thing for, but salt and pepper.
So for those who want to get a home, just 1,000 turns.
about 999 turns. Just make sure you can see it. Just a little bit. 2 shots of vodka. 2 shots of vodka. Now we add our vegetables, our bell peppers. And I add the bell peppers like halfway through when the chicken's almost done, because I don't like my bell peppers too soft. I like them a little bit crunchy still. We could eat these onions right now, use them right now. I'm trying to get that extra level, you know? Now we make the sauce. A little bit of dark soy sauce, light soy sauce. And if you don't have dark and light soy sauce, just use regular soy sauce. A little bit of vinegar. And a little bit of sugar, and we can add this like as we go. Garlic powder, onion powder. Oh my God, this onion powder is cakey.
Get that wrist going, girl. Come on.
Look at this. And I know you're not supposed to add ketchup in a typical traditional Kung Pao recipe, but I like it. I feel like it adds that layer of tomatoes without actual like tomato chunks. So I just add a little bit. And if you really look at the ingredients of ketchup, it's pretty much just tomato paste, sugar, cornstarch, garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper, you know? So it's really like all the things we're already using anyway. A little bit more soy sauce.
Just a little bit more.
A little bit more. A little bit more. Bit more sugar. So what you're looking for is you're looking for that perfect, you know, until it starts to taste like all the flavors are well balanced. So you don't want too much saltiness, you don't want too much sweetness, you don't want too much tartness. So until it tastes right, really. Light soy sauce is a bit more salty, and dark soy sauce is a bit sweeter. But dark soy sauce has such a strong color that, I don't know, it just doesn't make it, it's not supposed to be super dark. Almost there.
What is that?
Splenda, sugar.
You're like, I need this shit to be sweet as fuck.
No, it just needs to be, it's just so strong, all the other flavors, that you need to add a little bit of sugar just to like balance it out a little bit. You can also use honey or agave.
Can't use honey to make it vegan.
I know, I forgot honey wasn't vegan. There it is! There it little bit of water. Soften the flavors just a little bit. They're a little bit too pointed right now. Have your sauce. You pour it into the chicken. Smells like Kung Pao. Oh, it smells so good. This is my, did I mention this is my favorite dish to make? Did I mention this is the easiest, my most commonly made dish in Kimmy's kitchen? Extra step, just to thicken up the sauce a little bit, I'm gonna add a little bit of cornstarch. Now, cornstarch is way better than flour, I think. Flour, okay, I know it's pronounced flour, okay, but I grew up pronouncing it flour, so I'm gonna say flour.
What?
Flour!
Oh my god, I never knew this about you.
Really?
What is wrong with you?
Oh, Singapore was colonized by Britain, okay? So my family uses British words and British pronunciations for things.
Stick with the colonizers, okay?
Do you use forks and knives, motherfucker? It's not flour.
Oh,
flour is flour.
That was so unappetizing. Oh my god.
My whole point was that flour has a taste.
Can you
and
fix how you say it? Can you just not say it like that anymore?
It's flour!
Oh my god, I hate that. I really don't like this. I'm not even joking for the video.
Oh.
Like, can you not do this? Like, really don't. Like,
Flour!
thank you.
Flour!
Oh my gosh.
So cornstarch is way better than flour, you guys.
Oh my god.
Fuck flour. I think I got a lot of comments about this in my my medicated pancakes video, and everyone was like, flour? Flour? What the fuck? F-L-A-R? Flour? Flour?
Isn't it like, should they have on like perfume and shit?
No, that's flavor.
Oh, basically that's how you say it. You say it the same.
Flair. And now the onions are a little burnt. Some of them. But that's okay. That's okay.
Adds more carcinogens and flavor.
You know what? Burnt caramelized onions really aren't bad. They kind of taste a bit bacony. And I forgot earlier, but sesame oil, yo. Sesame oil. Love sesame oil. It's
That's
so
all we
good.
never had.
So good. And let mix with the sauce. Let that heat up and cook a little more inside the sauce right here, so you have lots of flavor going on. You have the caramelized onions now that it's actually in front of me and I can actually watch it. Yo, I just found out the story, the history of Kung Pao Chicken. A long time ago, there was this guy called Ding. He went to Sichuan and there was this guy who like changed his life, right? The guy made Ding the Kung Pao Chicken. And he was like, oh my god, it's so good. I will feed everybody the Kung Pao Chicken.
That's not what happened.
That's not what happened? Oh, okay. Well, what happened?
Oh, Chinese food scholars dispute how the dish came to be. All versions involve the same man, Ding Bo-Zhen, the man who gave us Kung Pao Chicken. During the Qing dynasty in the mid to late 1800s, Ding served as a government official in various provinces. He eventually became governor of Sichuan province and later held the title of something else that was great. When Ding Bo-Zhen was a child, he fell into a river. He couldn't swim, but a family passing him by saved him. Later in life, after Ding became a government official, he paid the family a visit to offer his gratitude. While at the family's house, they served him a spicy diced chicken, Kung Pao Chicken. Ding liked it so much, he popularized it in Sichuan. Basically, the people that saved his life, he stole like
he stole the recipe.
They stole the recipe.
Named it after himself.
Named after himself.
Wow.
And that was like,
wow.
yo, you know, because you saved me, I'm gonna take your dish and I'm gonna name it after me.
After myself.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh my god. So he just Columbus Day himself.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Taste it. Now I'm gonna add in the peanuts. Now these onions are nice and beautiful and brown. We're gonna add them to the major dish right here. Give it a nice stir. Now that everything's pretty much almost done, it's time to cut up the green onions. A staple in any kind of Asian food. Yes, this is going to be our garnish. And it adds a really nice like crunch, like a fresh crunch to whatever dish you're making too. And then over here, we have our beautiful chicken. Our rice is ready. Our vegetables are steaming. Usually over the top, I usually like to add sesame seeds. But today, I'm using some everything bagel seasoning because there's sesame seeds in it, plus garlic, onion, and all that good stuff. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Just look at how much, look at how cute that is. Look at how aesthetic that is. Now it's time to plate, my favorite part. I really believe that when people eat, we eat with our eyes first. It tastes better too, once it's pretty. It's science. I'm gonna get one of my little bowls. I'm gonna put the rice in there so it stays a beautiful, perfect mound shape. So there you have it, you guys. Nice and easy, homemade, vegan Kung Pao chicken. My absolute comfort food. I eat this every single day. I could eat this every single day, and I do eat this every single day. I love it. So easy and so simple. You know, there's so many other ways you guys can make it. You know, feel free to be creative and make sure you tag me if you guys end up trying this recipe for yourself on Instagram at KimmyTanOfficial, on Twitter /TheKimmyTan, and I'm just gonna leave all the links right here. Oh, I'm so excited. It smells so good. We have to try it. Okay, let's go, let's go. Green onions, the peanuts, the bell peppers, the chicken. My favorite. Oh my god. Get a little bit of everything, dude. Oh.
That's the good spot. That's so good.
Boyfriend approved. Hey, hey, hey.
That might be the best one you made recently too.
Thank you. Thank you. The more you make it, the more you kind of get used to what kind of portions you like to use and what you like for yourself. Make it sweeter, spicier, a little bit more sour by adding a little bit more vinegar, saltier, add a little bit more soy sauce. And I love the flavor layer of ketchup that sort of just brings everything kind of together. Let me know in the comments, you guys, what other dishes I should make, what other traditional dishes I can turn vegan, and what kind of dishes I can turn infused, you guys. Make sure you leave a comment down below, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram at KimmyTanOfficial, and follow me on Twitch at also KimmyTanOfficial. Make sure you subscribe and turn your post notifications on so you get notified every single time I drop a new video and every single time I go live. Till next time. Stay high, y'all.
I thought that was about to be my plate. Damn.